Hello guys, welcome back to Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. We're barbecuing the way of life, folks, you know that. Little morning coffee, folks. Like my mug. Cooking with rye. You know why I got cooking rice mug? Because today we're going to do a cooking with rye tri-tip dip sandwich. Say that fast 3 times, folks. I figured I'd come up with a new plan this year, folks. Once a month, I'm going to take one YouTuber's channel, I'm going to go find one of their recipe, and we're going to do their recipe, but we're going to put Scotty's little twist on it, right, folks? Today I picked cooking with rye, tri-tip dip sandwich, alright? We're going to not do it the exact same way, but we're going to add our little twist to it. I'll bring you down and I'll show you what I'm working with, folks. Alright folks, there we have it. I went to the store this morning and I figured I don't know what I'm going to cook today, and I started coming up with this idea of once a month cooking a YouTuber's cook. And I saw this tri-tip. I remember watching Rye's little video on his tri-tip sandwich. And I said, you know what? We're going to do cooking with rye tri-tip sandwich. I'm going to trim this up really quick, play a little rye music. That's about it, folks. We're not going to go all medieval on this thing. What we are going to do, pay attention to the which way the grain's running. Alright, very important on these tri-tips. Sometimes they go this way, this way, this way. This one's running this way and this side. Pretty much all going this way and a little more that way. So what we're going to do to try to remember that this way. Got this toothpick, folks. Poke it in just like that. That'll tell me the rain is running that way, because sometimes after you cook it and get all your stuff on it, it's hard to see. And this one's going this way. Alright, here's a pro tip for you, folks. Now, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to wash my hand real quick, folks. Today, we're going to use our own Texas Uncle Steve's Cajun. Now remember, this is a before and after spice. Put it on before you cook and a little bit when you finish it. I put some in here. Little Cambro shaker. That's about, let's do a little more, folks. I usually use a lid for measuring. That's about 2.5 lids full, folks. It's got crushed red pepper in it. Now these 2 ingredients here are optional. I like to add a little bit of this accent. Now you don't have to, that's optional. Yeah, it's about a 1/2 tablespoon. And we're going to add a little bit of kosher salt. About the same, 1/2 tablespoon. Alright. We're going to put that in here. We're going to shake that up really good. Now this is wet. I took it out of the cryovac and I rinsed it off. I like rinsing my meat off that comes in a cryovac. So I work for a place that has cryovac machines, and I know what they spray inside those cryovac packs to keep the bacteria out. So that's why I always rinse it off. Alright. This Cajun's my all-time favorite. Now it's going to have some big red pepper flakes that probably won't make it through the Cambro shaker, but we'll take them out and put them back on. Get all the side, folks. Alrighty. Big thick piece of meat. Don't be afraid to put some on there. And I want to try to use all this up. Don't waste none of it. We're going to reverse sear this. As you can see, a lot of the bigger stuff did not fall through. And we're just going to put that right on top, folks. See those big chunks of red flakes, red pepper flake? That's going right on top, folks. Alright, while this is sitting there sweating out, folks, we're going to go outside and fire up the SnS kettle using a slow and sear. But with no water in it. No water in slow and sear. Alright. I'll see you outside, folks. Dress warm. It's 18 degrees. Alright guys. We got out here on the SnS kettle. No water in the slow and sear today. We got Kingsford applewood charcoal and 2 chunks of hickory wood, folks. We monitor this cook in the warmth of my house. And we got the kettle in the meat. Alright, got it set off for 110. Then we're going to reverse sear it. Put it back over on the other side after we sear it. Bring it back up to 130. Bring it in, rest it, slicer, and we'll make that coleslaw while this is cooking. Alright, folks? Let's go inside where it's warmer and make that coleslaw. We'll be right back, folks. Alright, guys, I forgot to hit play. But anyway, we use about equal parts, a little more of this than we did this. We added 1/3 cup of mayo, tablespoon of black pepper, coarse black pepper, mixed it all up in a bowl. Let this sit in the refrigerator. We'll be right back and make that sandwich up, folks. Alright guys, we reached the internal temperature of 110, 111 now by the time I got out of the house. We're gonna try to sear this off, but we don't have a lot of coal to sear with, so we're doing the best we can. Right down over here. We're gonna pull this probe out. Hopefully it don't burn my finger. There we go. Let's open these vents all the way up. Let's get that a minute for the smoke to clear. This SnS kettle, I ain't kidding you folks, holds rock solid at 250, 245, no matter what you do. You light it the same way every time. You pretty much set it and forget it. I've been using it. That little air port in the bottom works excellent. A lot of people say these are a Weber knockoff or whatever, but I used to think the same way. But this convinced me it's not. This is a very cool little kettle. I'm digging it. That slow and sear, it works excellent. I got the little drip pan. I bought the cheapest drip pan down below. I bought that just to catch all the drippings. I ain't gonna cook on or none, but a pro tip here, folks. If you live where I live in the cold, and if you don't have some type of a drip pan under your meat, the fat and the water and stuff that you spray on your food will go down to the bottom, and then when you're done cooking and you come out the next day, all that's gonna be frozen in the bottom. And then when you come to move your sweeper, half awake or drunk or whatever, you're going to forget that and you're going to bend your handle and stuff. That drip pan keeps all that stuff from going down and freezing in the bottom of your pan, so you can easily move your sweeper, folks, like that. Awesome setup. Alright, we're just going to put a light sear on it, not very much. Just get a little char on there, kind of burn that fat up. Burn it, Tommy, burn it. We're going to char that fat up. And then we're going to put it back over here and put the probe back in it and bring it up to 130. Tell you what, that slow and sear saves a lot of charcoal too, folks. I ain't kidding you. I think that's a little better than Weber basket. Believe me, I own 38 Webers. For me to say this is better than a Weber is quite something, folks. Yeah, how we looking there, folks? Yeah, something like that. Oh, we got the old toothpick shard. We'll try to get the probe back in the same spot. Now, if you're interested in buying any of this, I'll leave a link down below. If you use my link to buy the slow and sear and the drip pan, I'll make a little money off of it, but not much. I paid for this kettle myself. SnS sent me the slow and sear basket to do a review on, and I also paid for the drip pan myself. So I'm not getting paid by, SnS to say any of that stuff. You know me, I'm brutally honest. If this stuff was garbage, I tell you. And so far, I'm digging it. Anyways, back to the tri-tip sandwich, folks. Gonna char up that fat a little bit. Get a little nibby. Not much fat on that side to char up. Remember the grain. See, the grain's going this way. So when we cut it, we're gonna go across the grain. Then we get over here. If I don't burn the toothpick up, it's going the other way. I'll make a more tender sandwich, folks. There we go. We got a little char there. That's all we basically looking for. We don't want to turn it all black or nothing. Give that a few more minutes, folks. Like I said, this is a cool little kettle. I've been using the snot out of it. Got this little table here, folks. I don't know if you see that little table. Holds all your stuff. Nice. I didn't think it'd be solid enough, but it does hold up a nice brisket and pork butt. A little snow today, folks. There we go. Got our little handle here. We can scrape this grate off if we want. It will hold all that stuff. Let's see how that looks, folks. Oh yeah, that's plain. What we're gonna do, hey, get back there. We are going to put the probe back in the same spot. And we're gonna put that right there. And we're gonna shut this lid. And we're gonna try to get this back down, shut these vents off. Close that air port about halfway. And we're gonna leave that alone. Alright folks, when this gets 130, I will bring it into the house. We're gonna rest it. And we're gonna build us that tri-tip dip sandwich. Alright, be right back folks, see you in the house. Alright guys, there it is. I did what the Uncle Steve's bottle says. I added some after I pulled it off. I wrapped it up. And here we are right now, folks. We got our toothpicks here telling us the grain is running this way on this half and this way on this half. So we're going to pull this toothpick out and we're going to slice it this way to separate those two. Alrighty, now we're going to go across the grain. Look at that beautiful medium rare, folks. We're going to go across the grain to make those nice tender sandwiches. We're going to slice this as thin as we can get it, folks. Just like Rye said. Ooh, that's beautiful, folks. You got some medium to well done to rare. Let's take off this end piece, folks. Try that. Uncle Steve got a little smoke ring on there, folks. Uncle Steve's. Okay, John? And we're going to hit it with a little no-name sauce. So let's build us a sandwich, folks. We got us a bun. Got us a bun. We got some of that no-name sauce. Now, you ever used no-name sauce before? It's got a little kick to it, so you want to go easy. So what we're going to do with this stuff, now Ryan, he dunked his in the sauce. What we're going to do, we're going to put a little sauce on the board. I just washed my cutting board so it looks a little wet. And we're just going to paint that on there, folks. Just like that, because this can be a little overpowering. No-name sauce. Look how tender that is, folks. Or you can just put a little bit like that. Just go lightly with the no-name. If you haven't tried it before, it's got a little kick to it. It's a little spicy, along with that Cajun. Alright, we'll build us a nice little sandwich. Get us a little more sauce here. Paint that on there, folks. But if you like the hot stuff, now you can just dip it on there. Alrighty. Get this stuff out of the way. Try that piece. Alright, folks. Woo! Yeah, they got a little kick, folks. A no-name sauce. Now we got that coleslaw we made up. I just eyeballed all the ingredients. I did a third of a cup of Duke's mayo and a little bit of pepper. Alright. I wanted to do a little horseradish mayo, but I didn't have no horseradish, so we're going to wing it. I added some purple cabbage to make it look good. Alright, folks, there we go. Now, like Ray said, we're not going to, we're not going to cut this in half. We're just going to go in. So hang on, folks, I'll bring you up. Alright, folks, here we are. The tri-tip dip, painted, brushed on Uncle Steve's tri-tip. There we go, folks. Bite right through. That's why you cut it across the grain, folks. I don't have to hide my bite. I don't have to edit it out. It bit right through, folks. This by far is a killer sandwich, folks. Where's my cup? Hang on a minute. Rye, you did good. You might not know it, but you did good, Rye. Awesome killer sandwich. Like I say, once a month, I'm gonna pick a YouTuber, and I'm gonna do one of their cooks. I'll add my own little twist to it. All right. Only I know that coleslaw with a little of that horseradish in there would be really good. I got a little kick. This Uncle Steve Texas Cajun's no joke, folks. Go lightly on it. Use it before and after. Like I said, if you never used the no-name sauce before, it's got a lot of kick to it first, you know. Those two together got some heat. And that coleslaw kind of mellows that all out. A nice cool coleslaw with that Duke's mayo and that pepper. Oh yeah. Awesome. One more bite, folks. Bite two. This one killer sandwich, folks. I think the kids are gonna like this one. Man, awesome. All right, peace out. Thanks for watching, folks. Clap. Hey, clap. We still live. Hot mic, hot mic. I'm out of here. This is so tender.